video, Jason, Alex, and I will be talking about what made the American, Glorious, and Haitian revolutions successful. I'll also be talking about what an ideal revolution looks like. Since the beginning of time, people who feel oppressed and want to promote equality have instituted revolutions as an instrument of change.
For most part, revolutions take the form of organized movements which are aimed at effecting change, such like economic change, technological change, political change, or social change. These people who begin to revolt do so because they have set in their minds that societal institutions which are currently in place have failed and or are no longer surviving their intent purpose.
And for this reason, we will look into what makes a revolution successful and what an ideal revolution should look like. First, we look at what factors make a revolution successful.
The most important factor to look at is the state of the country or state that the revolution takes place in. For example, if the state is currently at an economic loss or the laws are just a mere signature on paper without their implementation, then there is cause for a revolution to be successful. Another factor to consider is that a successful revolution does not involve the use of bloodshed or wars. Rather, negotiations and peaceful conversations or treaties can be sufficient.
Factors involving the success of a revolution lead to what an ideal revolution should look like, where the people revolting are in the right or promoting something right, and the government is in the wrong. In addition, an ideal revolution involves its people revolting, while not causing chaos and stirring up the country or state, in order to keep its people civilized and peaceful.
We will look at three revolutions: the American Revolution, and the Glorious Revolution, and the Haitian Revolution, and the factors that made them successful.
Without the American Revolution, there would more than likely be no America. The American Revolution, also known as the Revolutionary War, started in 1775 and ended in 1783. Though one can say that the battles fought during the Revolutionary War made the revolution successful, it was a heroic and brave men who led the people to the wars and the tactics they used. The turning point of the Revolutionary War was the Battle of Saratoga. This battle helped bring the French to come to aid the colonists, which ultimately led to the colonists winning. Another factor that contributed to the success of the revolution was the Declaration of Independence. This was literally the colonists declaring independence from England, which helped fuel the Revolutionary War.
In contrast to the American Revolution, the Glorious Revolution had no bloodshed and was rather peaceful. This was also a successful revolution. This revolution shifted the English monarchy's power to Parliament. Due to this, the king would have submit to the laws, just like every other citizen. However, several key factors went into play to help make the revolution successful. Most people throughout England opposite James II's rules and ideas about Catholicism being greater than Protestantism. As a result, the people had William of Orange come in order to take the throne of England. However, he was faced with very little opposition from the English soldiers, who also opposed the king's rules. Due to this, he successfully ruled England with little to no attacks, making the Glorious Revolution successful.
Contrary to the peaceful, glorious revolution, the Haitian Revolution is described as being the most violent and successful slave insurrection known to man. This revolution took place in Saint Domingo during the late 1700s and ended in the early 1800s. This revolution began when brutal taxes and labor stirred rebellion amongst the enslaved people. The enslaved people looked at the French Revolution's idea on equality to fight for their freedom. What also helped the revolution was the leadership of slaves known as Torsten Luringer, who unified the slaves and triggered the diverse terrain. This revolution ended up successful through the actions of enslaved people who fought for a good cause.
As we can see, there were various factors that made this revolution successful. Through the use of bloodshed and violence made them less than ideal. Revolutions don't need to be deadly, and ideal circumstances envelop peaceful means, such as in the Glorious Revolution. Nevertheless, revolutions are created and planted for the purpose of change, and people will revolt and, as we can see, use whatever force and means necessary in order to effect change.
And the end goal of a revolution? Typically, it involves replacing the existing government's authority with another government. A government free of oppression for the common good. A government that promotes equality and kickstarts the powerful engines of moral progress in order to promote the ideals of liberty, equality, and fraternity.